rim to Glaze. Glaze can't get it to drop. And away come London. Joel Friesenlatty holding up top. He's going to move it to Royce White. I got to tell you, folks, Royce White got to be the tallest guard in this league. He is a large, large man. London with the ball on the inbounds early in this first quarter. 8-4 St. John's lead. The official's going to have a little chat about something. Likely placement of the inbounds. Fast Freddie Wakeham on the officiating team here tonight. Officials took a little bit of heat last night. And players didn't make it easy on them. A lot of contact out there. Come to a basketball game. Watched a little bit of rugby break out here at times at mile one. All set, ready to go here. Ball is inbounced. Finds the hands of Brian Akinkube is checked in the game. And there's an open look under the basket. And that one will be taken all day long as Johanny D'Alembert takes it and drops it down for a flush two. St. John's coming back down the floor. English for Glaze. Glaze leaves it back for English. English in a little trouble. He's going to kick it back out for Grandy Glaze. Glaze back outside for English. English in isolation up top. English in the paint. Kicks it down low. And Brodus will let that one go out of bounds. It'll still be St. John's ball. Only 2 seconds remain on the shot clock, though. So looking for St. John's with a quick play. Jarian Jackpot Henry checking into the game now. That's going to be a shot of energy. Quickly a crowd favorite here in St. John's. And you can see Rashawn Brodus is looking at the official saying the London player was practically over the line on that inbounds then. Don't know what the call is going to be. Don't know if the referee saw it, but I can see it from up here. The London player, both feet were actually out of bounds trying to guard that pass. That's a no-no. But nonetheless, Royce White will come back and pick it up for London. White, he'll get it back. He's going to carry it up the floor. White guarded by Henry. Henry up top, and that's no doubt why Henry's in the game to guard White. There's an open three. Look here. Rebound grabbed by English. A little bit of an Achilles for the London Lightning last night was the three-point shooting on the outside. Couldn't get him to drop until Edwards really heated up in the fourth quarter. Here's a turnover. Glaze got it. And this one will be interesting. 4-on-0. Showtime! Jarian Jackpot Henry. But I believe the edge got a little bit caught up there watching that rush. You don't need a 4-on-0 in basketball. Someone's got to get back and play some defense, and the London Lightning just let St. John's have a little razzle-dazzle, and they just went down and took two the old-fashioned way. English up top. English finds a lane to the hoop, and he'll lay it off the glass for a two. Ryan Anderson now for London. Anderson leaves it on the outside. Akinkube kicks it back outside. Big rebound there for Alex Johnson. Good board there by the guard. Looks like Henry's in a little bit of discomfort. Came down hard. Jerry and Henry can't get up into the play. Three ball hit there on the outside by Brodus. St. John's bench, Jordan Jensen-White getting up quick, and Henry is in some discomfort on the floor. And right away, London recognized that. Go to the big guy. Henry with a steal up for English. What a play by Jerry and Henry on one leg. English comes in, tries to get the hoop in the hand. Can't get the ball to drop, and Henry is on the floor. He's going to have to come out of the game. What a courageous play by that young man there. Obviously in some distress and discomfort, but he made a steal and made the play. English will get a trip to the line. 5:46 left to go here in the first quarter. St. John's 15, London 8. We'll be right back. Jerion Henry being attended to by the trainer. Didn't see what happened. Don't know if it was by the looks of it, it's not an ankle roll. From what we can see, she's working on his ankle pretty high. So Henry's in hands. English will go to the line. He's got a couple to shoot from the charity stripe. Talk about the Achilles of the London game last night. Might have been their three-point shooting. If St. John's had a chink in the armor last night, it might have been from the foul line and on the boards. But it was English who was down the stretch who caught fire, and he certainly made some big free throws later on in the game, and he sinks his first one here tonight. English now set for the second of two. Carl steps up, and he puts a little bit of liquid Drano on that one, and that one falls and opens up a 9-point lead for the Edge. 5:39 into this one, and the London Lightning have virtually emptied the bench already. It's not a great task. Only 9 or 10 players down there. Here's White. White posting up on Grandy. Royce White makes that one look fairly easy. Going in, and Grandy played him pretty tough there too. English brings the ball up the floor. English for Rashawn Brodus. Brodus out for Grandy Glaze. Glaze kicks one out for Brodus. Brodus thought about shooting momentarily. Brodus kicks it to the outside for English. English comes in the lane. English goes up and under, and he'll drop it for two. And Carl English is on the money early on for the Edge. Ryan Anderson kicks one over for Kirk Williams Jr. now. Williams Jr. for Capers. Capers had a little trouble with his ankle last night. He seems no worse for wear tonight. He moves one over to Williams Jr., and he drops it from the foul line. Pretty easy baskets here for the Lightning right now, just not enough of them. Edge up by 7. Brodus up on the outside, kicks one down for Grandy Glaze. Glaze over for Johnson. Johnson showing some lightning quick hands there. Johnson drives to the inside, kisses it out high up off the glass. Ball kicked to the outside. Jordan Jensen-White with some good defense there. Royce White trying to put it outside. Can't do it. Knocked out of bounds by Glaze. We're going to see big Rudy Jolie check into the game, and the St. John's lineup just got a lot bigger. The big man coming in, number 40. And London also bringing Williamson back in. And just like last night, we saw the London coach Keith Vassell. He will make substitutions quickly and often. Game not at a really, really high pace, and that plays right into the hands of the London Lightning. Williamson down in the corner. Williamson fakes. Williamson brings it to the rack. English looking to take a charge there. Not for the third time in a row, says the official. Johnson will bring it back down the floor. Rudy Jolie with the ball in his hands on the outside. It's not where they want their big man. English, though, he'll take a shot. A three-point from about 5 feet beyond the arc there. He drops it. English letting the guard know about it as well. Here's a nice drive to the basket. English takes another bump, and English can't believe he can't get a whistle again. But this time it doesn't drop. Des Lee to the outside. Lee might have got away with a travel there. English with a long three-ball attempt. That one's going to go off the back of a Lightning player. And Carl will check out of the game, and Charles Hinkle comes back in. Early observations, this St. John's team is deep. A lot of players can fill in at many positions and play many roles. Jolie down low. Jolie down low. He's going to take a charge early on. And I don't know, that sounded like it was awful embellished on that part. The big man barely moved into the guy, and he almost ended up 4 rows in the stands. Nonetheless, charging it is. 3:15 left to go here in the first quarter. 22-14 in favor of St. John's. Long three attempt there for Royce White. That one misses. St. John's can't come away with the rebound, though. And we got the hoop and the harm. Good drive there by Williamson. And he's going to go to the line for the and one. Rebound opportunity missed there by the Edge. And it's going to give Instead of edge ball going back the other way, and now we've got a 3-point opportunity here for London. Williamson completes the M1. 3 minutes remain, 22-17, St. John's. Des Lee now. He's holding on the outside. Johnson comes up. He's going to want to take that ball. Is Alex Superman Johnson. Johnson trying to dribble out of a phone booth there. Kicks it back for Lee. Lee to the outside to Hinkle. Hinkle had good form and rotation on that one. Just couldn't get it to drop. And White will pick up the rebound for London. Good job by Johnson there, almost trying to pick that one off. Johnson defending tough. And a big steal there by Des Lee. Lee gave it away and then picked it up. St. John's were off to the races, so that's not a bad foul to take for London. London's 4th foul of the quarter. St. John's, instead of the free basket, will now inbound the ball. That was a comedic turn of events. Lee picks it off, then Lee turned it over, then Lee picked it off again. Johnson now takes the inbounds by Jordan J.J. Jensen-White. Johnson. Jolie is still in the game now. Back for St. John's. Johnson with a nice drive to the hoop. And he takes a bump there. You can see Keith Vassell asking the official, did Johnson use his arm to put him aside? And Vassell may have a point there. But anytime you go in the air, you're at danger. And Johnson with a wily veteran-like move there. He'll go to the line to complete the and one. Johnson can't get the Newfie bullet roll there. He misses from the line. London will come away with it. White kicking one out high for Marcus Capers. Capers moves it aside, looking to get it back down to the big man White. White drives to the roof. Jolie, tough defense on him, but White was there to pick it up. Here's a steal by Sefton Barrett to White. White draws Jolie in for the foul, and White almost looks like he's toying with the guys down here tonight. I don't know if the guy's broken a sweat yet, but he's very, very good. This guy comes with all the billing, and he's shown it so far here. Edge into the 4th team foul. Still lots of time here. No team really in danger of being in the bonus yet. Ball's kicked to the outside now. Capers for London. Capers for Barrett. Barrett, he went for a little walk there. Official caught him on it. Turns the ball over to St. John's. So there's more turnovers here than a Pillsbury Bakery, folks. Both teams giving it back and forth. Christmas coming early here at mile 1. Akin-Kube checks back into the game. No doubt him and Jolie will have a little fun together down the paint. Des Lee for Jolie. Jolie matched up on Barrett. Jolie takes advantage of that mismatch. Makes a strong move to the rim, and Barrett is just incensed down low. Jolie will go to the line to try to complete the conversion. Nice move there by the big man. .121 left to play here in the first quarter. Jolie, perfect there from the line. Puts St. John's back into an 8-point lead. London on the attack. White is out of the game now for the Lightning. Capers, shot from 3-point land. That one doesn't come close. And away comes St. John's. Johnson pulling up to the outside. Johnson going to stop, try to settle things down. Jolie coming out. Got to be careful. They're moving on that screen. Hinkle down low for Jolie. Jolie under the paint. Jolie gets the offensive rebound, and the big man puts it down. Rudy Jolie. Easily his best game so far here at mile 1. Jolie making a statement early. Here's a 3 ball from the outside. Great answer there from Edwards Jr. Dropping to 3. Williams Jr. dropping to 3. Jordan Jensen-White now. Picks it up off the dribble, puts it in for Hinkle. Hinkle kicking it down to Jolie. St. John's going to keep going to the big man. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Jolie can't get that one to box, though. We've got a foul here. It looks like it's going to go against London. Jensen White trying to go in. He was held on. And that's going to put London in the bonus now, I believe. Only 16 seconds left to go here. And you can hear the bench balling out. That should be 2 shots. Coach Keith Vassell pleading once again with the officials. Not going to change their mind on it, though. J.J. White going to come to the line for St. John's. White looks pretty good on the first one. That's nothing but net and nice form going into the hoop. 16 seconds remain here in the first quarter. White will drop his second. St. John's hustle back on defense. The Lightning no doubt going to play for the last shot of this quarter and try to close this 9-point lead. Drive to the basket. Williamson outside. There's a 3-ball open look. Big rebound there, though. Caught by Des Lee. Des Lee, long shot. That one doesn't come close. But after 1 quarter play, St. John's, after a uncharacteristic slow start, really put it together. St. John's 31, London 22. We'll be back for the call to second. So, second quarter about ready to get underway. Talked about the Achilles of London. 1 for 11 that first quarter from the arc. That is not going to get it done in this league. Carl English leading all scorers in the first quarter with 12 points. Carl heating up early on, as he's been doing most of the year here for the Edge. St. John's now. Hinkle. Hinkle's up top, waiting for some movement to set. Hinkle's going to kick it over for Jaron Skeet. Skeet down low for Randy Glaze. Glaze to White. White quick hands there, moves it across for Hinkle. Hinkle came through in traffic. Not much room there for Hinkle, as all he saw was a big yellow wall in there. White drives down. Good defense by Glaze. St. John's trying to double team wherever possible. Quick hands there by Skeet. Skeet almost caused a turnover. Ball gets turned out of bounds. 11 seconds left on the shot clock for the Lightning. And you can hear Coach Vassy just screaming out all the way up here in the Bob Cole Media press box. Here's a drive to the basket, and that's going to be a foul, likely against Des Lee. Desmond Lee looks to be going for the hold. Actually, no, he believed he called it on Skeet. Jared Skeet got that one. Nonetheless, that'll bring the Lightning to the line. Sefton Barrett, his first appearance here tonight, and he will drop the first one. Good crowd here on hand again tonight at Mile 1. Last night's attendance, I believe, was around 2,200. Tuesday, Wednesday games here in this town. Sometimes they're a tough sell, but gotta be honest, this entertainment provided here by the St. John's Edge team is going to bring the fans out. This is only early in the season, too. People will catch on. We see Hinkle. Hinkle steps up and drops one. And I tell you what, if Hinkle and English are on point, it's going to be a tough night for the visiting London Lightning. Ball outside to Akinkube. Akinkube moves it over for Barrett. Barrett once again from three-point land misses, and not really missing close. He's missing horribly there, so Coach Vassell probably going to want to go back to the inside game here real quick. Skeet guarded by White. Skeet long pass to the side for J.J. White. Jensen White's shot, that one misses wildly. And that one is going to go out of bounds to the London Lightning. 10:29 left to go here in quarter two. Here we got a charge going to be called again. And once again, London not happy with the call, but I got to be with the official on that one. That looked pretty easy there. Akinkube runs back to his defensive set before he says something to the official, which is a pretty smart move there by that young man. Here's Skeet now. Jaron Skeet carries it up the floor, finds it in for Jordan Jensen White. White kicks it out for Hinkle. Hinkle off the double team. Good feed there to Skeet. Skeet drives the rim, and Coach Vassy is incensed with all the charging calls we've seen tonight. He's wondering why that one wasn't. Unfortunately, it looked like Jordan Jensen White took the worst of that one. He is down. He came down awkwardly on that one. Here's we got a shot of the Mile 1 clock there. Jason Momoa of the most recent DC movie, plays Aquaman in the movies. But Jason Momoa in the house here tonight. You never know who you're going to see in Newfoundland. Hey, we ain't LA, but we're happening. Don't forget, folks, reach out to me on Twitter at StevePowerNL. Love to get your comments on the air. 33-24 St. John's. So St. John's feeling the injury bug a little here. Jordan Jensen White is being helped to the dressing room. We see Jerion Henry back on the bench, but he's not looking like he's going to be checking into the game anytime soon. White with a shot from the outside. St. John's grabs the rebound. Little miscommunication there from Glaze and Lee, but Lee managed to hold on for the edge. Lee kicks it out for Colton Ray checking into the game, and Ray knocks down the 3 ball for St. John's. Here's Royce White for Capers. Marcus Capers gets a wide open look, but not close once again. Ball knocked out of bounds. Body's just going to the floor here. This is almost circa WWE from 1985. Waiting for Roddy Piper and the Hulk to come out. What's going on here tonight at Mile 1? Although the Hulk could come out, but I'd be very impressed if we saw Rowdy Roddy. 9:05 left to go. St. John's shot there from Skeet. That one doesn't find a home. Rebound going to be pulled down by Royce White. White coming down the floor. White at the top of the key. Kicks it outside for Williamson. Williamson, open look again. And, folks, I got to be honest. I don't know how the Lightning are still in this one. 36-24, 12-point lead, but the Lightning simply cannot hit anything so far in this first half. London will inbound the ball. Fresh shot clock for the Lightning. There's a look from the outside. Once again, that one comes up empty. Des Lee grabs the rebound for St. John's. Down for Ray. Ray inside for Glaze. Kicks one out for Skeet. Skeet thinks about driving the lane. Can't get it there. Skeet still has it. Skeet steps up. Takes some contact. Muscles it up to the rim. And Jaron Skeet is going to get an opportunity to go to the line. Coach Vassy pleading his case there once again. But, Coach, that's a foul, big fella. 36-24, 8:32 left to play here in the first half. Skeet goes to the line. And the adoring chants of Skeet are heard at Mile 1. Another young man quickly becoming a favorite of the local Newfoundland crowd. White turns it up down the floor. White, big, nice feed there. Akinkubi down low, and that's an easy basket for the big fella. He'll take that one all day long. Glaze kicks it out for Skeet. Skeet for Brodus now. Brodus looking for Glaze down low. Nothing there. Brodus is going to pull up and take the shot. Can't get that one to drop. And chance for London to come back into the game. There's a pretty easy foul call there as Brodus channels his inner Western and lassos the player around him. That'll be a foul every day of the week. Carl English going to check back into the game here early in this second quarter. This is away from the coach's playbook a little bit. We don't usually see English till a little later, but he doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side. St. John's starting to slip just a little bit. Still in control, though, in the game. Akinkubi kicks one to the outside for Dixon Green. Martin Dixon Green. He's going to take a long 3-ball attempt. And once again, nowhere close, but St. John's just puts a little gift wrap on it and gives it right back. Here you go. We don't want to take it back. It's just like the Grinch in Christmas. Take the gift, boys. Move on. Tough luck there for Grandy Glaze. Ball just hit off his hands, goes out of bounds. Ball's kicked back out to Dixon Green. He's going to put it up again. And if you were St. John's, you're going to leave someone open. I guess it would be him after that last shot, because that was a little bit on the ugly side. English driving to the lane. English kicks it to the outside for Brodus. Brodus, shot from three-point land, knocks it down. And a good play there by Carl English, drawing the traffic to him, knocking it out for Brodus. St. John's in the zone here. They're content to let London shoot it from the outside. There's a shot and another miss by the Lightning. My goodness, St. John's should just put 5 guys in the key and say, here you go, boys, have it. Hinkle steps back. He drops. Can't get that one to fall, though. Going to give London a chance to come down for a quick score. Just under 7 minutes left. Williamson, nice feed there. Williamson takes it in the pass from Ryan Anderson, and Anderson He's a guy that the Edge do not want to heat up. Anderson almost burned him last night. Glaze putting one down low for Hinkle. Hinkle outside for Skeet, and Skeet knocks it down from the outside. And Skeet, once again, the 3-ball starting to serve the Edge very, very well. And it might be the dagger in the heart of London. Physical rebound there under the glass. English can't take that one. Grandy Glaze knows. He passed it. If Carl had the spine of a tapeworm, he might have been able to catch that one. But he could not. Timeout. Called here, no substitutions coming in. We see the big man, Jolie, coming into the game one more time. And he's earned a few more minutes here tonight for sure with his play in the first quarter. 6:10 remain. St. John's have opened up a 43-28 lead here in this first half. Checking in on Twitter. I knew Jason Rice would be out there somewhere. Looking for your help tonight, big guy. Let me know that London coach Keith Vassell won a U Sports title in 95-96 with the Brandon Bobcats. Also a 3-time All-Canadian. No doubt, the man knows his ball, and I'm sure he could play. But I'm sure he's not too thrilled with the officials here tonight. His London Lightning going to have to buckle up and get things going. St. John's lead, 43-28, 5:53 left to go. We'll take a timeout and we'll be right back. Hinkle sinks both from the line for the Edge. Just under 6 minutes left to play in this opening half. St. John's in control right now. White immediately double team. White says, I don't care. I'm going to spin to the basket anyway. Just couldn't get it to drop. Brodus pushes the pace a little for English. English finds a spot, and that one bounces in and out. Jolie under the basket, and a big rebound there. And that might be the missing ingredient for St. John's. And Rudy Jolie showing the coach, I can do it, coach. Put me in. I'm ready to go. The big fella's going to the line for the M1. Stephanie Trejo checking in, watching from North Carolina. That's the beauty of the World Wide Web. People from all over the world watch our broadcast. And Stephanie, thanks for joining in, and I appreciate the kind words. And I apologize for the thick accent. I'm Hope you can understand me. I get excited. I talk a little fast and get a little loud. But hey, that's the way it goes. Dixon Green, shot from the outside, and Dixon Green finally gets one to drop for London. London needed that one. Two of 21 from beyond the arc. English with a little bit of showtime. Couldn't get it to drop though. Big guy Jolie underneath. A veritable rugby scrum underneath the basket, and London finally do come away with the ball. Kicked out to the outside for White. Jolie giving White lots of room. Switches up. White goes behind the back. There's a shot, and that one doesn't drop. Off the stick of Laddie Friesen. Laddie, sorry. St. John's come down and they drop the 3 ball again. Right now, folks, it's a simple matter of St. John's are making the shots and London aren't. When London scores, it's an easy inside one, just like that one Royce White just dropped. And folks, you wouldn't believe how hard it is to say Royce White fast a lot. Here's Brodus, Rashawn Brodus. He picks up the dribble. He's going to kick it back outside for Charles Hinkle. Hinkle, a little bit of contact there. He spins away, gets the shot. Can't get it to fall, though. Dixon Green picks it up. Good transition there by London, and they will take that one all day long. Coach doesn't like that. So Coach Jeff Dunlap's going to take a timeout here. 3:59 left to go in the opening half. St. John's 51, London 33. We'll be right back. Jerry and Henry checking back into the game, and that's a great sign for the Edge. They wouldn't want to miss that young man. He's been quite a spark plug for him. There's English going through the London defense like a hot knife through butter. And English gets an easy hoop. London, though, right away, come back, and that's a tendency for St. John's. They score big basket, and it's almost like it's nappy time on defense. Got to get back quickly. Henry to the outside. That being said, if St. John's keeps scoring like this, it really doesn't matter if they know how to spell defense. The way this game is going here tonight, 3:21 remain in the first half. Johnson's going to go to the line. As Brodus is going to go to the line. St. John's lead 53-37. St. John's a lot better from the free throw line tonight as well. And Brodus makes both. Ryan Anderson kicks it to the outside. There's a nice drive to the hoop there. And London will get an opportunity to go to the line. And that's what London's got to need here. They want to draw fouls. They want to get whistles. They want to slow the game down. The game has been just a little too fast for the Lightning's possession. I just say that because I'm looking at 9 players down on the London bench. And That's tough, especially on back-to-back nights after the knock 'em down, drag 'em out affair we had here the night before. St. John's fans starting to learn the nuances of this game. Trying to give Garrett Williamson a hard time on the foul line. Does so. Ball's kicked to the corner for English. English couldn't find that one. Hinkle thought he had a little touch on it over the top, but the ball does go out of bounds. Ball's kicked outside. Here's Williamson. He's going to back in down low. Guarded by English. Garrett Williamson manages to draw the foul on English. Once again, this is where London's going. If they want to chip away at it, this is where they've got to be. Going to the line every trip. Because God knows their shooting, as of now, is not getting it done. The end of the half can't come quick enough for the little regroup there. Williamson to the line. Silences the crowd there with the first made free throw. Williamson can't convert on the two, though. We got a whistle here, probably in a violation on the line. St. John's will take the ball. You got to think that's probably not bad if you're a fan of Lightning as well. Just anything stops the clock, slows the game down. They got to be a fan of it. Rashawn Brodus carries up the floor for the Edge. Edge to the outside. It's English. English from the line. We saw one official's hands come up for three. I didn't see the others, though. Not sure if that was a three or not. I believe it was a two. Friesen Laddie down low for Williamson. Good strong move there to the basket by Ryan Anderson. He kisses it off the glass and gets it to drop. Johnson, he's got a little room, so he's going to pull up and shoot. And St. John's just letting London know, if you're going to give us space like that, we are going to take it. White, little fortunate there, he didn't turn that one over. Here's a shot to the outside for Ryan Anderson, and the only player on the London Lightning with some success shooting here at mile one on a consistent basis has been Anderson. Little pass down low for Jerion Henry, and Henry will take a all systems go. Clear feed to the hoop, and he'll drop it for two. Nice feed there by English. Anderson. Nice pass there for Royce White. And White goes down and rocks the rim for a couple. Johnson. Scoring free-for-all here by both teams. Pass underneath, and Henry repays the favor to English. English giving it to Henry earlier. And Jerion Henry gives English a freebie underneath. White carries the ball down the floor for London. Royce White, manned up by Henry. White just throws it up off the glass, hoping to get a foul. Nothing there. Brodus to Hinkle. Hinkle, free ride to the basket. And St. John's in transition. Drop another two. Getting back on defense this time, too. You see Coach Jeff Dunlap encouraging the troops. Anderson matched up on the outside. Anderson spins, fires, and that's a tough shot there. He makes it off the glass. A pretty good defense by Brodus. English reaching foul there. English not going to get the opportunity to go to the line yet. Williamson reaches in with the foul. Brodus going to inbounds the ball here. Finds Johnson. Johnson looked like he was going to take a shot from somewhere around North Carolina. Instead, fakes and he goes to the basket. Gets an easy layup for two. Last shot of the corner opportunity here. Just about a half a second differential between the shot and game clock. White holding on the outside. St. John's fans letting the Edge know their appreciation for the effort of this squad here in this first half. Look at Henry. Henry saying to White, take it. White says, okay, I will. That was pretty good. Henry said, take it, White, and White, he took it. That being said, he'd have to take a lot more of them after one half. St. John's with 67 first half points. Going to take a 16-point lead to the locker room at St. John's 67, London 51. You're watching St. John's Edge basketball. Please join us. We'll be back for the second half. All right, second half just about set to get underway. Checking in on Twitter before we get going. Fred Snellgrove saying they think I should be calling bingo on my nights off. I don't know if I could call a cab, let alone a game of bingo, but I will take it as a compliment. Even if it's not meant as it, I'll take it as a compliment anyway. Royce White misses the AZ lay-in. Glaze goes up and grabs the rebound. The rebound, that is the tongue-tied rebound. Daniel Wiseman checks in. He liked the hot knife through butter line, and we're glad you're watching from Catalina. Great to have you on the telecast, and we hope you enjoy it. Big shout out to everybody watching online. Edge fans, Lightning fans, we'll have them all, and we're glad to be bringing you this matchup. St. John's in control here. Second half just underway. Both teams having a little trouble finding their scoring touch early on. Here's a good drive there by Brodus. Kicks it out for Johnson. Johnson, three ball, and just like the first half, St. John's simply lethal from beyond the arc. Akinkubi into the game for London. Big man up top. Here's a look outside. Long shot for London, and once again, drawn nothing but iron. That one's going to bounce up, hit the top of the boards, and Grandy Glaze will go back for the inbounds for the Edge. Steve Power, folks, bringing you the play-by-play call here tonight. Normally joined by Doug the Professor Partridge. Doug is out molding the young minds of Newfoundland basketball players, and he's worked with the Newfoundland Labrador Basketball Association. So I'm flying solo here in the booth tonight. Hopefully I can get by, and by all means, reach out to me. Let me know your thoughts. There's a drive on the inside. We got a blocking call against Carl English. Normally he's looking for the charge there, but the block is called. Opportunity for London to go to the line. Reach out to me on Twitter. @StevePowerNL is the Twitter handle. And we'll get your comments on the air. 10:20 left to go here in this third quarter, early stages. 72-51. St. John's in control so far. The big man, Akinkubi, steps up. He's going to drop his first one. Fans into it. The fans here in St. John's really appreciating basketball here so far. And I got to tell you, folks, the best is yet to come. This community will get behind this team, and especially if they keep winning. Hey, who doesn't love a winner? Brodus out for English. English kicks it down in for Glaze. Glaze tries a spin move to the hoop. Can't get it. Hinkle a little too aggressive there trying to grab the offensive boards. That foul's going to go against the Edge. And you got to wonder when St. John's go into London if it's going to be a different matchup. This London team, I don't think we've seen the best of them. Short-handed, missing their superstar for one of the games. The Edge last night had to hold on and battle through some hard adversity. There's a nice drive to the lane. Big rebound there for London. Akinkubi goes up, grabs it with the baby Jabbar sky hook, and he puts it down back. The London Lightning fighting hard last night. Just couldn't pull it out. St. John's really come out guns a-blazing tonight. Shooting the lights out here at mile one. Brodus inbounds to Grandy Glaze. Glaze picks up a sweet feed there from Brodus and kisses it off the glass for St. John's. White in isolation with Glaze on him. That was just too easy there for Royce White. Good quick spin move, brought it in. Here's Hinkle. Hinkle wide open under the basket. And St. John's doing a little bit of what London were doing in the first half after a nice score. St. John's answer back quickly with a wide open look themselves. Anderson on the outside. He's going to put it over for White. White looking for Williamson. Williamson got away from Glaze. And that's another easy one for London. London will take those all night long. English steps up, gets a pick from Glaze. English going to take a long three-ball attempt. Rebound out. Hinkle got a hand on that one's going to stay for St. John's. Little discussion with the referee. Initial call was St. John's ball. Going to wait and see now if they change it. No, they do indeed change it. And you know something, folks? Call a spade a spade. That was a good call. It is London ball. Big shout out to Jacob and Claire Kirby. In person, watched their first game last night. And watching online tonight. Hopefully you enjoy the broadcast. And I know you're enjoying how well the Edge are playing. Big Jacob Kirby, one of the goaltenders in the Avalon Celtic system. And a basketball fan too, or at least becoming one. Akinkube is going to get called for the charge there. And Akinkube again runs down the floor rather than say anything to the official. Carl English is getting hit like a battering ram out there tonight. That's at least the 5th charge he's taken in this one. .8:26 left to go here in the third quarter. 76-59. Coralie Wachowski checking in from London. She likes some of the puns here tonight, and I'd like to tell you it's by accident, but I do try. I got to be honest. I like the hashtag. Get struck, London Lightning. Well done. Tough luck there for the Lightning. Ball goes off his foot, and that's when it's going to go out of bounds. And London just a little bit disjointed here, it seems. So far, Matt Kiley checking in with us, watching from Scotland. Once again, basketball, the worldwide game. And it's the St. John's Edge pleasure to be bringing this to all the fans all over the world. 8 minutes remain. St. John's in control so far. Brodus under some pressure, manages to pick up the dribble, keeps it going. Brodus kicks one outside for Hinkle. Hinkle down for Glaze. Glaze, strong move to the hoop. He takes some contact there. He's going to go to the foul line to shoot a couple. Anderson picks up his 3rd foul of the game, and he is a player the Lightning cannot lose if they want to keep in this one. Most of the offense, and I haven't checked the stats, so I guess I'm just saying it seems like it's coming from Anderson and White. And here, as I say that, Garrett Williamson is the leading scorer with 19 points. Well done there, broadcaster of the year. 7:51 left to go, 77-59 for the Edge. But Anderson is certainly a pivotal part of this London Lightning squad. Glaze can't get the second shot to drop, and away comes London. Capers outside for White. White going to try his luck down the paint, spins it off to Capers, and that's a nice dish there. That's a veteran move. White recognizing the double team right away, finding an open Capers for an easy bucket. English down for Grandy Glaze. Glaze spins around White. Good move there by Grandy Glaze. A little monkey see, monkey do. White pulled that move on Glaze just a couple of minutes ago, and Glaze comes right back. Out top for White now. Royce White directing traffic. Down low. Anderson. Anderson spins off. Anderson. Little track move there. English thought he might have went for a little walk there. Let the official know, and the official let him know. No, sir, he did not. That's a good hoop. Hinkle, that's a tough shot. Can't get it down. Glaze can't control the rebound. And away comes London. There's some contact there. Shot by White. Glaze is going to get the foul, and White will go to the line. And London making a little bit of a move here now. 79-63. Opportunity to knock that 20-point lead to 15. Here's Brodus. Brodus definitely coming down the floor with the ball now. Royce White makes a quick work of the freebie from the charity stripe. Here's Brodus. Brodus for English. English kicks it down low for Glaze. Glaze almost lost it. Glaze, strong move to the basket. And Grandy Glaze playing a strong inside game tonight. And we see English going right after, I believe that's Anderson. And him and Anderson have been going at it hard all night long. But Grandy Glaze going to go for the and one at the line. Anderson checks out of the game. Williams Jr. is going to check in. Coach Jeff Dunlap going to have a little chat here with English, Johnson, and Brodus while we're waiting for Glaze to get to the and one situation. Checking in on the foul situation. Last night, London were a lot worse off. Tonight, not too bad. We've got Anderson in a little bit of trouble. He's got 4. There's Royce White making it look easy going to the basket. White grabs his own rebound. White guarded by 3 players there. He manages to draw the foul, and he'll go to the line. Anderson with 4. Akinkube with 3. That's the only trouble sort of on the London side, and English has 3 for St. John's. Aside from that, no one with more than 2 fouls. White making his second straight appearance at the charity stripe. Gets the little Newfoundland roll there. That one bounces and finds a way home for London. White's second one. That hits the rim like a 5-year-old at Disney World, just a little bit short. Ball turned over to St. John's. We'll have a TV timeout here. 5:58 left to go. 81-66 St. John's. .53 left to go in the third quarter. Brodus kicks one out for Des Lee. Out to Hinkle. Hinkle's got a wide open look there. Hinkle draws iron on that shot, though. And away come London. White gingerly dances into the paint, and he's going to go to the line again. And I guess St. John's trying to figure out how to stop Royce White here is hack him up, send him to the line, but he's pretty consistent from the line as well. White steps up. Had a tough time with that one. Didn't get the bounce on that. And maybe St. John's seen something. Hearing Coach Jeff Dunlap screaming out, box out to the boys. Box out. Find your inner Mike Tyson and box. White gets the I really don't know why I'm having a hard time saying Royce White. It's not like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. English, he's hacked on that three-point shot, and he's going to go to the line for three. Friesen Laddie got a little hack on the fingers of Carl English. St. John's still in control here with a 14-point lead with 5:27 left to go here in the third quarter. English with the first two. Makes those look rather pedestrian at the charity stripe. And Carl completes the tray from the foul line. Sefton Barrett's going to check into the game. And out of the game, a lot of talking down on the bench there. Don't look like trying to get the number. Friesen Laddie comes out, not very happy about coming out of the game, letting the coach know about it. Hinkle in for the big man. Rudy Jolie is back into the game for St. John's. Here's a fast break opportunity for London, and they'll easily knock that one down and take advantage. Brodus down low for Jolie. Jolie puts the ball to the floor, coming to the edge. Jolie gets hacked, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two. And that foul is going to go against Royce White. That's going to be his fourth. And that could spell trouble for the London Lightning here. Anderson and White now with four. And 4:49 still left in the third quarter here at Mile One Center. Rudy Jolie going to the line, the big man. Stepping up to the charity stripe for St. John's. Jolie's first one. Takes an unfortunate bounce and goes astray. Jolie will reset and focus on number two. Jolie draws iron on the second one. Fortunate bounce, though, into the hands of Carl English. English gets hammered on the shot there, but no foul call. And once again, it's Williamson and English. I don't know, but he probably could have body slammed him on that one. Jolie not happy about that foul call. Royce White drives the lane, and White once again gonna go to the line. Jolie gets tabbed for that foul there. 4:34 left to go. And we got the stars out here tonight. Alan Doyle, Alan Hocko, Jason Momoa, all here at Mile One Center. Checking out the newest show in town, the St. John's Edge. Last home game of 2017, back in January, folks. Get down here and get your tickets. This is fantastic entertainment. Nothing like seeing it in person, too. It's one of those sports. Hey, sometimes the sport's probably better on TV or better on the comfort of your living room. But this one here, get down and watch. There's a turnover by Henry. Fortunately, gets the bounce. Another rebound. Offensive boards owned right now by London. Jarion Henry going to take a foul there. London, unfortunately, they couldn't get it to drop. And Coach Jeff Dunlap trying to impress upon his charges. Get tough on the boards. Henry picks up his first of the game. And we see DeAndre Thomas has checked into the game. Thomas did not play last night. The only player on the Lightning bench to not play. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a large man down there on the floor. You want to talk about offensive rebounds, I got to think if he wants it, he's getting it. From the line. First one missed. Here comes the second offering, and that one drops down from Marcus Capers. English now. So Jolie and Thomas down low. This is going to be a treat. Thomas guarding English. A little bit of a mismatch there in favor of St. John's. Steal there, though. Jolie throws one away. Sefton Barrett takes it. Barrett brings it all the way to the rack. And London trying to chip this down to single digits. Brodus on the floor. Brodus puts the ball down. Brodus trying to get through. We could have a double block or a double charge here. Both referees looking at each other. And the call is going to be blocking. London looking for the charge. None to be found. The only charge there might be under Visa, but it's not going to be from the officials on the floor on that call right there. 3:57 left to go here in third quarter. 86-73 St. John's. At the line. Brodus drops that one. Brodus with number 2 here. Nice spin on that ball. Good rotation. That one drops as well. 88-73 St. John's. 3:50 remain in quarter 3. Ball to the outside for Williams Jr. Kick down low for DeAndre Thomas. The big man down low. Nice pass there by Thomas. Finds Capers. And Capers puts that one in. Capers getting on the stat sheet with an assist right there. Brodus up top. Brodus leaves Capers in his dust there and kicks it to the outside. Des Lee drops it for 3. St. John's picking them apart on the outside is the norm. Long 3 for Williams Jr. and as rare as a dodo bird sighting, a 3-ball dropped by the London Lightning. St. John's want to be careful. If London can get a little bit hot, even lukewarm from the outside, they might make a game of this. So far been icy, icy cold. Brodus outside for Henry. Henry, couple of passes, fake by Lee. Lee for 3, can't get it, and this place would have erupted if Lee had to get that. Here's Williamson. Williamson to the outside. Sefton Barrett with a wide open look, and Barrett hits it. And just like we said, starting to heat up a little here, the London Lightning. From the outside with a couple in a row. Brodus. Stop, settle things down. Brodus for English. English around Thomas. English just steps into Thomas looking for the contact there. He'll take that foul all day long. And English will go to the line to shoot 2. 2:24 left. 91-81 St. John's. Carl English leading the Edge tonight with 21 points. 2 behind the game-leading goal scorer, Garrett Williamson of London. English perfect from the line as well. Now 8 for 8 from the free throw line for English. Here's Capers now. Capers out for Williamson. St. John's not really keying in much on Williamson despite leading the game. There's a shot from the outside. That one draws iron. Henry's going to put it to the floor and bring it down himself. Here comes the big man, Jerion Henry. Out for Brodus. Brodus tries to pick a screen off Glaze, and DeAndre Thomas call for a foul. I would liken it to a bit of a hip check down below the basket. There's just no chance the big man is stopping Brodus there. Thomas going to come out of the game, picks up a couple of quick fouls, gets a couple of quality minutes in there though for the big guy. 1:54 left to go. 93-81 St. John's. Zoe Dempster checking in with us on Twitter. Do I need a co-host? Yeah, I know, Zoe, thanks for the calm words, but you know something? It's a lot easier when there is one here, I can tell you that. And Doug Patrick's is one of the best. But thanks all the same, and hope you enjoy the broadcast. Williams Jr. kicks it outside. Good ball movement here by the Lightning. Good left-handed layup off the glass there, and London are hanging around here. St. John's can't quite put him away, although playing very well. There's a nice pass by Henry in for Glaze. And Jerion Henry with some great ball movement there. St. John's 2-3 zone. Once again trying to give that outside shot. They give it away to Barrett, and Barrett once again throws a brick up. Capers going to get called for the foul. Not happy about that, but guys, that's an easy call. Freddie Wakem's not going to miss that one very often. That's the bonus with a $1:12 left to go here in quarter number 3. St. John's going to go to the line now. It's going to be Jerion Henry. Henry. He sinks the first one. Henry looking for the high five from the London players there. I tell you what, guys. You look up character in the dictionary. This guy, and he's got character. Trust me. You can see that. But this guy is a character, this Jerion Henry. I like him. I might be the Newfoundland chapter president of the Jerion Henry fan club. Into the paint. Williamson goes up. He'll drop it. Nice move there by Williamson to break free. Kicks one out now, and here comes English in the last minute of play of this third quarter for St. John's. English gets a mismatch there. Kick down low. Good movement by Henry to the outside. Easy pass in for Glaze. Glaze didn't want to bring it to the basket. Lee comes in. Des Lee. Strong move to the hoop there, and Desmond Lee gets it to fall on the roll. Capers to the outside. Williamson, he gets an open look. That one rattles in around. Rebound opportunity there. Going to be a foul on the play. Likely going to go against the London Lightning. Lightning hard on the rebound. Akinkube thinks he's going to the line. Not today, big fella. That's going to be Des Lee's turn. Akinkube takes the foul, and that's probably going to put him into a little bit of peril. Checking in our online stat sheet, that will be Akinkube's probably his 5th foul. It's definitely his 4th. Lee misses the shot at the line. And once again, we look down at the bench for London. There's just empty chairs there, guys. Like, it's really tough. I got to think Mile 1's going to be a tough place for teams to come into this year and win basketball games. This Edge team is for real. The fans are going to be behind them. They're going to support them. So you're going to have to be on your A game to come in here and take 2 points from this squad. And be healthy. And frankly, the London team is just not as healthy. Last shot of this third quarter. Going to go to the Lightning. We got about a 1 second differential in the shot and the score clock. Isolation up top. St. John's in their zone. They've been playing this 2-3 zone most of the night. Capers kicks one down for Barrett. Barrett trying to go through. Lee thought he had a steal. Put back there off the rim, and that one won't fall. Good offensive boards by London. Just could not get it to drop. Third quarter in the books. St. John's 102, London 85. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter about to get underway here. St. John's will inbound the ball. Jerion Henry coming back from a little bit of an injury there early on. Looking pretty good too, the kid. Out for Brodus. Rashawn Brodus up top. Brodus guarded by Barrett. DeAndre Thomas back into the game for London. Brodus kicks it inside for Grandy Glaze. Wide open Des Lee on the outside, and that's the way it's done. Des Lee, wide open three ball, gives St. John's a 20-point lead. Barrett in for Thomas. DeAndre Thomas puts the ball down to the floor, and the big guy will come in, and he'll pick up his first hoop of the game. Brodus settling things down now. Brodus is just going to walk it down the floor. Grandy Glaze thinking about setting a pick up top. Brodus trying to get around Capers, and Brodus does a good job there, driving the lane. Blowing by Marcus Capers. Capers, three-point line, going to kick it over for Barrett. Barrett under some intense defense there. He kicks it to the outside. There's a look on the side. Big rebound opportunity. That one's grabbed by St. John's. Henry down for Des Lee. Lee picks it up, drops, shoots. Can't get that three ball to fall. Chance for London to come away with it. Williamson at the top of the key. Kicks one to the outside. Wasn't handled cleanly. Barrett will get a look on the outside. Barrett, ice cold from that side of the floor. Colton Ray now has it for St. John's. Colton Ray back for Brodus. Brodus puts the ball to the floor. Glaze up top. Brodus just went by DeAndre Thomas like a hooper on a barrel. Thomas couldn't match that foot speed. And another foul here on the big guy. It'll be a holding foul. Royce White and Anderson are going to check back into the game for London. And London coach Vesey's just got to move guys around with foul trouble and fatigue. Tell you what, I don't know this man at all, but he's got my vote for Coach of the Year just for the mixing and matching he's having to do now. And I am probably in jest when I say Coach of the Year, as we've seen our fourth game here at Mile 1. Man's doing a good job. Got to give him credit. 10:15 remain. 107-87. Edge drive to the hoop. It's Colton Ray. He'll get the hoop. And coming through. Capers on the outside. Capers puts it down to Barrett. Can't get that drive to fall. Jerion Henry will pull down the boards. Henry, the big guy, puts it down. Henry going coast to coast. And Henry just got hammered by DeAndre Thomas there. Henry no worse for wear. Back up, flexing his muscles, and he will go to the line for two. And Coach Dunlap probably asking the official there if that was a flagrant. Thomas said, "There's no way you're going coast to coast on me today, young man." So Henry will have to go to the line to shoot a couple from the stripe. Misses the first one. Henry looking for the high five from the other team again. Tell you what, I like this kid. Jerion Jackpot Henry puts one up, sinks the second of two. Jason Rice checking in with us on Twitter, and he's looking forward to seeing the Edge live when they hit the road next week. And I certainly agree with you. London most definitely better with White on the floor. Glaze, little nice pass there. Colton Ray with a fake, got Barrett up in the air, and he'll take the foul. St. John's with a 4-on-1. Good on London, though. They don't give anything for free, hey? There's no free baskets. Even though it's a 4-on-1, they are going to defend. They are going to work hard till the end, and that's the sign of a good ball club. So, good on them. Colton Ray going to go to the line. St. John's with their biggest lead of the game, looking to extend here with 9:30 left to go in the fourth and final quarter. I guess it goes without saying it's the fourth and final quarter. It'll be tough to have 5 quarters. One's in the math wizard, but I think I got that one figured out. Ray sinks both from the line. London coming back. Here's a turnover down low. Wide open look for Anderson. Royce White with good position there. How did Colton Ray come up with that one? Big rebound there for St. John's. Ray. Henry. Wide open look. Kicks it out for Ray. Ray wide open. And I'm still trying to figure out how Ray took that rebound away from Royce White. White. Guarded by Henry. White. Moves in. Gets possession. He'll get the hoop in the arm. And Royce White just makes it look easy out there sometimes. He's not the most intense guy on the floor from my vantage point, but he's just oozing skill. 8:52 remain, 112-89, St. John's. Sean Kane checking in on Twitter. Going coast to coast like buttered toast. Terry Ryan, that's a good one, Kaner. Terry's down there with his buddy Jason Momoa and the fans. I don't know who the fans came to see. Was it Momoa or was it Terry Ryan Jr.? Who knows? White completes the three-point play. St. John's now back to the attack. Alex Johnson out for English. English kicks it in for Glaze. Glaze might have got away with one there as he had a pretty hard push-off on Capers, and Capers is down. And the coach, Vesey, is incensed at the officials here. We got a couple of whistles blowing. I think we got a technical foul, and you could see that one coming. And I got to be honest with you, if I'm the coach here, that's worth that tee. You're down by a bucket load here now. I'd let them know as well. Nothing wrong with it. 8:32 left to go. 114-90 for the Edge. They are in control and seemingly scoring at will. Talk about the scoring that third quarter. I don't know if anybody could spell defense. 35-34 scoring in the third quarter. St. John's with 30-plus points in every quarter so far in this one. Anderson picks up his fifth of the game, and no big shock. Coach Dunlap going to finger Carl English to go to the line to shoot the free throw. Jason Rice going to chime in. He thinks early candidate for Coach of the Year is Coach Jeff Dunlap, and be pretty tough to disagree with that one, Jason. So I'm not going to. It's a pretty short limb you're going out on there right now. A lot can change, though. We all know in sport. But certainly the hometown Edge. Nothing wrong. I'd like to see that. English at the line. Perfect from the line tonight is Carl. St. John's now with a 26-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Alex Johnson kicks the ball up the floor. Long pass in the corner for Colton Ray. Ray spins away. Can't get that one to drop, though. Away comes Capers. Capers going coast to coast. Nice play there, especially considering he looked like he was dead about 30 seconds ago down on the floor. But Capers looks no worse for wear there. Coming up and nice rush down the floor. Just could not get it to drop. Capers will go to the line to shoot two. Capers hearing it from the local fans here. The Boo Birds are out at mile one. No mercy from the St. John's faithful. Capers sinks the second one with no issue. Johnson will bring it up the floor. Johnson almost double team, moved the ball quickly. Down for English, out for Johnson. Johnson in for Henry. Henry kicks it across for Hinkle. Hinkle down low for Glaze. Out for Henry. Henry wide open. He'll take a step in and just gently knock it down. Jarion will say, I'll take it. You want to give it to me? No problem, sir. Giveaway there, turned over. Picked up by Hinkle. Hinkle out for Henry. Henry swings it over for Johnson. Johnson's going to stop and settle things down here for the Edge. Johnson to Henry. Henry kicks it in for Glaze. Glaze throws one up. That's probably going to be a goaltending, or no, it's a foul. Yes, it is a foul. Going to go against number 4, Marcus Capers, and that's going to send Grandy Glaze to the line. 7:28 left to go in this one. 118-91 for the Edge. Glaze throws a little bit of a brick up there on the first one. He's holding his form there, wondering, ooh, that wasn't very good. So you get an opportunity to do it again. And this one's short. Grandy coming up empty from the line. Johnson coming down the floor. 118-93, approaching the 7-minute mark of this ball game. Glaze trying to get by the big guy, Thomas. Thomas stuck the body into him. There's a battle down below the hoop. Jarian Henry steps back, takes the 3-ball. Him and Royce White got a little war words going on. And full credit to Jarian. You're going to mess with the big dog out there with Royce White. But as of now, Jarian's team certainly having the last laugh. 118-93, timeout called. 6:51 remain. We'll be right back. Royce White with the ball now. Guarded this time by Grandy Glaze. Kicks it out for Capers. Capers gets an open look. He draws iron there, though. Big rebound. Left out in the open. Call going to be to Des Lee. He'll pick up the foul for St. John's. That's going to bring up Friesen Lade to the foul line. He'll shoot a couple. Certainly a different look for the Edge in this latter half of this fourth quarter. Now we see Skeet and Lee, Jolie in the game. Hinkle and Glaze, not big surprises, but with the score the way it is, Jaron Skeet getting some minutes here. Skeet, favorite of the fans. Every time he touched the ball, you'll hear it. Lee on the outside for Skeet now. Skeet up top. Skeet guarded by White. White got a hand up in his face there. Put the ball out. Jolie thought he had at least a possession arrow call, but ball is deemed to be in the hands of the Lightning. White up top. White puts the ball to the floor, kicks it out for Capers. Capers takes a little body there and puts up a nice shot to the basket. London trying to make a little bit of a push here now. Here's Skeet. Skeet for Glaze. Back for Skeet. Skeet up top. I put it in for the big man, Jolie. Jolie puts it to the floor. He'll take the little jump shot, and Rudolph Jolie drops it from about 15 feet. Royce White down the line. White into the paint, loses the ball. Des Lee picks it up. Player down on the floor down low is Jolie. I tell you what, it's a battlefield out there tonight. And you can hear Royce White ask the official, how do you explain that? And by the looks of the official's face, he ain't saying nothing. Jolie still on the floor. Trainer not out there yet, waiting for the word from the head coach. Coach Dunlap telling her to get out there to have a look. Jolie finally getting help to his feet. Jolie's okay. He's up under his own strength. St. John's will have the ball. And you got to think Jolie's got to be coming out of the game here. Jarion Henry going to check back in for St. John's. And the Skeet chant goes out again here in mile one. Nice pass there by Henry to Hinkle. This big guy, Jarion Henry, he's got great vision. Once his kid figures it out, I tell you what, I can't say enough. DeAndre Thomas down low, the big man. He creates a little room for himself, and he's going to come in and drop it for an easy two. Capers grabs hold of Skeet. A little bit of a physical confrontation down low there. A few players tapping each other on the back. I don't know if they're talking about where the best place might be to go grab a beverage after tonight's game or not, but with 5:02 left to play in this one, 122-99 in favor of St. John's. They've been in control pretty much from the first minute of play onwards. Have the edge. Grandy Glaze checks out, and Rudy Jolie back in the game. So Jolie and Thomas down there. Here's an interesting charging call. Des Lee trying to come to the ball, ran in to Friesen Laddie, and Friesen Laddie draws the foul. It's going to be London ball. There's an interesting play. Sneaky, cheeky play there. They just throw the ball off Jarion Henry's back. Henry puts it in for Jolie, and Jolie gets the easy basket there. Nice play by Henry. Almost got victimized on a little tomfoolery down below the hoop, but comes up big. White down low. Henry, good defense there on Royce White. And Jarion Henry once again putting the ball to the floor. Pass for Hinkle. Hinkle takes a knock. Goes up top, and Henry making things happen here. For the edge, Charles Hinkle hoops. Hinkle gonna go to the line and shoot two. Hinkle at the charity stripe. He'll drop the first one, and St. John's have been at the line quite a bit tonight. Let's get an opportunity here to go to the stats. St. John's, 29 attempts from the free throw line this evening. 40 attempts from the free throw line this evening. 75%, so 30 points from the free throw line for St. John's. Shooting a respectable 75%. Story to this game, though, London, no offense from the outside. It's only 6 of 33 from three-point land. Henry chips one down, puts it up in for Jolie. Couldn't hold on to that one. Dixon Green checks back into the game. For London, Dixon Green steps up and he drains a three ball from the outside. Dixon Green not afraid to shoot, ever had much luck early on. But if London want to come back and make a run here, they've got to put some perimeter shooting together. Hinkle kicks it outside for Lee. Lee got to move the ball. Throws it off Dixon Green Gets it out of bounds. Only 7 seconds remain on the shot clock. That was a cheeky move by Lee there. He would have been in a 5-second violation, had nowhere to go. Skeeth on the inbounds. We're going to have some substitutions here. Henry coming out for Brodus. Skeet now with the inbounds. 3:44 left to go. Finds Hinkle. Hinkle. He's going to launch a long three. That one hits the rim, bounces out. Skeet will get the rebound though. Skeet to Hinkle. Hinkle drives in through the lane. And he'll pick up an easy one. Dixon Green down the other way. Throws one up and gets it to drop. Foul going against Skeet there. And it'll be a 3-for-2 play opportunity for Dixon Green to complete the and one. 3:28 left to go. 22-point game here. And if London's going to make a run, it's got to be now. You got to think. Capers. Outside for Dixon Green. Long three attempt there. That one bounces off the rim. Rattles away. Nothing doing. Des Lee. He's going to come all the way to the lane and gets the hoop and the harm. Des Lee going to the line for the and one for St. John's. If you're a fan of scoring, you're a fan of this game for sure. St. John's, 131 points here. Not exactly a defensive battle royale at mile one tonight for sure. Royce White, open look for three-point land. He hammers one off the rim. Dixon Green now on the outside, back for White. White's going to drive to the hoop this time. White goes in, gets the foul on the play, and he'll get an opportunity for the 3 points the hard way. He'll go to the line, try to make this a 22-point ball game. 3 minutes exactly remaining. Colton Ray checks in. Out comes Charles Hinkle. Hinkle with 5. White at the line. Big rebound there. Almost came into the hands of London, but good thinking there by Rashawn Brodus to keep it away. Lee kicks it out in for Skeet. Skeet for Joe Lee. Joe Lee up top, putting the ball to the floor is the big man. Leaves it out there for Brodus. Brodus, little room on the inside. Tried to kiss it off the glass. Nothing doing there. Some numbers for London on this rush, and they just leave it for Royce White. He makes it easy. Transition. Colton Ray coming down there. Wide open in pass for Joe Lee. Joe Lee is stripped of the ball, though, and he's going to pick up the foul. Little frustrated was the big man on that play. Joe Lee's going to get tagged for that foul there. He was wide open under the hoop. Thought he was foul, but it was a good, clean pick by London. So Rudy Jolie gonna foul out of this one. That's gonna bring Jarion Henry back to the floor. Good job by Jolie tonight though. Haven't seen a lot of Rudy Jolie, but he got some quality minutes tonight and he did a pretty good job for St. John's. He's gonna finish with 14 points on the evening. Friesen Laddie at the line. He drains the first. And Friesen Laddie's going to pick up 2. A little bit of a press being put on here by London. Colton Ray comes back, helps out, and they'll break that press easy. Brodus in for Lee. Lee down for Henry. Henry kicks it out to a wide open Skeet. Skeet couldn't get that one to drop, and the fans were waiting for it to come down. Dixon Green, he's going to bring it to the rack. Dixon Green with a nice basket there, bringing it down low. Colton Ray grabs the inbound pass. He's going to put it across for Brodus. Brodus at the half court, steps over. Brodus lost the dribble, puts it over for Ray. Ray Out top for Dixon Green. London aggressive on the defense now. Good ball movement here by St. John's. Brodus in for Henry. Henry trying to get a little separation there. Henry, fadeaway jumper, beats the shot clock, can't beat the iron though, and London will take over. Royce White, a little behind the back play. That's going to draw the foul from Colton Ray. And White going to go to the line again. Royce White, 31 points on the night. He's been to the stripe for 11 free throw attempts already. It's going to be shots number 12 and 13. Fortunately for St. John's, he's only made 6 of them. That one looked a lot better on the way in. .131, 115, 128 left to go. This one's pretty much in doubt. Here now, and the fans letting White know. Henry on the inbounds. Throws it up to a wide open Lee. Lee says thank you. Kicks it out for Skeet. Nice pass to Henry. Over for Colton Ray. Ray takes a big knock there from Royce White. White's got the smile on his face there. He's saying to the official, yeah, you got me there. That's a good one. A little fist pump for the official there. That's a veteran move, and you got to like that, guys. The officials, hey, you mightn't agree all the time, but when they get it right, you should give them credit for that too. And that was a pretty easy call to make. Royce White might have been in the sin bin in hockey for a couple for body checking on that one. 1:21 left. Colton Ray drains 1 of 2 from the line. St. John's in a walk here, 132, 115. The Edge going to stay unbeaten at home to open this season here in the NBL. White going to go to his familiar place, the foul line once again. Game slowing down here in pace, as can be expected. The London Lightning going to lick their wounds and hop on a plane tomorrow and just head back home. Going 0 for 2 here in Newfoundland this week. They'll look to get some home cooking and face the Edge when they come to their barn in London. Ray for Lee. Lee, Henry driving to the basket. He wanted it. Not going to get it. Comes down the corner for Lee. Oh, Lee, wide open pass for Ray, and Ray puts a little royal flush on that one, driving it home. And that gets the fans out of their seats here. Here's White. White guarded by Henry. Henry out on the big fella, hand up. Big rebound there, grabbed by Lee. Lee for Brodus. Brodus spins away from Dixon Green. St. John's with some numbers. Des Lee thought about a wide open 3. Elects to hold on. Last minute of play here in this ball game. St. John's, a fantastic homestand here for the Edge in their inaugural season. Probably couldn't ask for any better than that. Great job by the team, the players, the coaches. Shout out to the staff. Trevor, Jackie Moon, Murphy, and all the staff from the St. John's Edge. High marks all around, and this is just getting started here, folks, in Newfoundland. This is going to catch on. I can sense it. A lot of talk in the community, a lot of buzz about this ball team. And hopefully the best will be to come in the new year. Last 27 seconds of play. About a 3-second differential in the shot clock. We get a foul here. No big surprise. The Edge, 20-point lead, their biggest win here on home court. And you know something? Really, not many people have left. Very surprising. I'm so used to seeing people leave when the game is out of hand. Fans here staying to the end, and that's credit to the Edge ball players too. You can see after the game they interact with the young fans. They're giving high fives and taking pictures with the kids, and that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic to see from the Edge. Inbound pass coming out to Des Lee. Edge likely going to hold on for the last shot. Edge players up on the bench. They want the fans to send it home. St. John's in a little bit of a walk here tonight. Going to give it to Henry. Jerry and Henry, crowd pleaser. He's going to get to hold it on for the game. Final score, St. John's Edge 136. The London Lightning 117. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in the new year with St. John's Edge basketball. Have a great night.